Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So let's talk a little UK heavyweight scene. Anthony Joshua, some things Frank Warren put up. Want his fighters to face off against matchroom fighters. Let's talk about it, man. So this screenshot right here was of Anthony Joshua did his interview with Sky. I know most of you have seen this already. He talked about his encounter he had with Tyson Fury. I forget which event they were at, but I'm sure all you guys have seen it. A lot of fans thought it was a setup. Some people, think that they just happened to see each other at this event. But anyways, they talked. Anthony Joshua kind of went over what they talked about verbatim. Pretty much Fury saying, "Hey, win your fight against Pulev. I'm gonna win mine." And then AJ telling him to win his fight against Wilder. And then according to AJ, Fury also has said, "Do you have to fight Usyk next?" And then AJ went along to tell him, "Don't worry about the Usyk fight. He and Fury will trump that fight, and anything else is going on. It's a huge fight. That's going to be a big fight, regardless, man. At least, at the very least, right? At the very, very least, let's say all things go wrong. Let's say Pulev happens to beat Joshua, or Wilder beats Fury. I still think out there in the UK, Joshua versus Fury is going to be a huge fight, whether they have multiple losses on their record or not. It's just a fight that people out there will want to see. In hell, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would want to see that fight. Whether you pick up some losses or not, man, I'm not big on, you have to be undefeated for a fight to be intriguing. I know in this era, we've grown accustomed to that, man. Where if you're not undefeated, the fight isn't as intriguing if you were when you're undefeated. Which those fights are super fights too, right? We love the super fights between the undefeated guys, but two of the best heavyweights in the world, man. So that fight's going to be big, especially out there in the UK, regardless win, lose or draw. All right. Um, Now Frank Warren, man, kind of went at Eddie Hearn, right? He put this post up on his Instagram. This within the last 24 hours. He's pairing up a lot of his fighters with the Queensberry fighters against the Matchroom fighters. You see, he has Dubois at the top taking on or facing Dillian Whyte, right? But both these guys got fights coming up. Dillian Whyte got Povetkin coming up. We know he's chasing his WBC title shot. He's saying people have been ducking him for 50,000 days. You know how Dillian Whyte has been out there. Dubois has a fight coming up with Eric Pfeiffer, two-time Olympian, undefeated, up-and-coming fighter himself. He has to get through that. And then Frank Warren wants to match up another heavyweight that's down there on this picture, Joyce. So Dubois and Joyce got some business to handle. Joyce just picked up his victory in his fight. Then he has Joyce facing off against Chisora. As far as a pressure fight, that'd be a damn good fight. We know Chisora still licking his chops, waiting for his fight against Alexander Usyk. Um, and then there was another photo he put up, some other heavyweights, Nathan Gorman and David Allen. You know what? I wouldn't mind that fight for Nathan Gorman, man. Um, he suffered that defeat to his stablemate, Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? And David Allen's a tough guy. He's been in there with Price. He's been in there with Ortiz, Dillian Whyte, Lucas Brown. A plethora of guys, man. And he will upset the apple cart, the apple cart, if he gets the chance, like he did against Nick Webb and Lucas Brown, right? But I like these matchups, man. As you see, he doesn't have Usyk on here, and he doesn't have Anthony Joshua on here. I think he kind of knows that uh, before he even if it's hypothetical, right, matchup, don't want to face Dubois off against AJ just yet. He knows his fighter needs to come up the ranks and defeat a guy like Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? But man, that'd be a hell of a fight. Right now, at this moment today, I would probably favor Dillian Whyte if he were to fight Dubois today, right now. Joe Joyce versus Chisora. I would right now I'll probably favor Chisora in that fight. And then going over to this let me see, Dave Allen and Nathan Gorman. I'll probably favor Gorman in that fight, man. But I like that Frank Warren did this. Pretty intriguing. And then the man AJ, he's back training. This is current. This was within the last 24 hours. He posted this, him standing up, hitting the bag, looking quick and strong. Can't wait to see AJ back in the ring against Pulev. I know that Eddie Hearn is trying to prolong that fight. They're talking about the first week of December. Him and Pulev gonna get it on. I know Eddie Hearn, he wants to showcase Anthony Joshua in front of a crowd. He knows that 100,000 people, 90,000 people will show up to see him fight, and I'm sure he's trying to prolong this long enough. The last I heard, he was saying that around that time they should be allowing crowds or some type of crowd, and I'm sure he wants to sell some tickets and get some eyes in front of AJ live. You know what I mean? So I can't blame him for that as far as the business side goes. But really, man, if you do have to do it with no crowd or limited crowd, just give it to us, man. Just give it to us as boxing. I'm talking from a fan. I'm not talking about I'm AJ's manager or promoter, y'all. Okay, the fan in me wants to see shit. White, the rematch, the third fight between Wilder and Fury. If it has to be no crowd, so be it. As a fan, just give us the fights, the big fights, not these joints on ESPN. I mean, they're giving us some fights on ESPN, but I want to see just a whole bunch of up and coming prospects. I want the big names. You know what I mean? So regardless of how it goes, I hope we do get it, regardless of what happens, crowd or no crowd, come December. All right, I want to see Anthony Joshua in the ring, man. But watching him hit the bag, his leg, I know he had a cast on his leg, didn't look that bad to me. He wasn't doing a lot of moving around, but looked fluid, looked strong, powerful. Um, Looked like Anthony Joshua, man. And one thing about the video he put up in July, this is just my little small critique. But hey, I'm a dude talking on the internet, right? So what do I really know, right? But when he was sitting down hitting the bag, he was working on hitting the bag with left hooks. And as you see here, I paused it to where he was dropping his right hand to swing a hook. Now, I know what you're going to say, Mr. Boxing. It's just a drill he was doing on the bag. Don't take nothing of it. My thing is, I think AJ, like he was doing in this one, should always keep his right hand up no matter what drill they're doing. Even if it is a drill to work on your left hook, still keep that right hand glued to his face, man, so we don't get caught with no left hooks. How he got caught against Andrew Ruiz. He did a great job in the rematch avoiding the left hook with his jab, his movement, and keeping his right hand up to avoid the left hook. I think it should always work on it then. You know what I mean? Drill or no drill, always work on keeping that right hand up. But that's just what I saw. Overall, I'm glad to see AJ back training. Looks healthy. Can't wait to see him and Pulev. I think Pulev got the best jab in the game. So should be an interesting fight, man. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section about the UK heavyweight scene, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gone.